Hey there, welcome to Violet's DIY Style. I'm Violet. If this is your first time to my channel, I hope you consider subscribing. So welcome to day 6 of 12 days of Christmas DIYs. So today, what I'm going to share with you is how I made these adorable Bohemian style Christmas ornaments, or you can even consider them farmhouse style. So if you do enjoy this tutorial, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and share with friends and family. It'll truly help my channel grow. And also, don't forget to go and check out the rest of the 12 days of Christmas DIYs that I already did. I'll make sure to leave a link down below as well as up above. So the first ornament we're going to be making is the Christmas tree, and all you're going to need are some popsicle sticks. So what we're going to do is just basically glue all 3 popsicle sticks. As you can see, I only glued 2 main full-size popsicle sticks, and 1 I cut in half to form that triangle. So once you're done gluing all your popsicle sticks together, you're basically going to make a hanging device. And what I did was just grab some jute twine, but you can also do this with the yarn. And I'm just going to tie a loop at the very top of my Christmas tree. And I always make sure to double knot my loop at the top, that way just to make sure that it stays nice and secure and in place. So next, go ahead and grab any color of yarn that you may want. For this one, I decided to go ahead and use the white yarn, but they have so many variety of colors at Dollar Tree that you can really make this any kind of color that you like. So what I did was just grab my yarn and kind of knot it at the very top at the point of my triangle. Then I wrapped it around a few times just to make sure that it was nice and secure. Then I just unraveled quite a bit. I want to say maybe about maybe a foot or a foot and a half of yarn, just as much as you can that you think you're going to need for your Christmas tree. Next, you're just going to go ahead and go over and under your popsicle sticks, going from one side to the other side. And you're going to continue this pattern all the way until you're done with your Christmas tree. So again, just go over and then go under and over and then under, and then just keep going from one popsicle stick to the other side of the popsicle stick and just continue going over and under. So again, I hope you do enjoy all of these tutorials that I am making of the 12 days of Christmas DIYs. I'm really having a lot of fun making these items for you. It's just really something, it's one of my passions of making DIYs, especially for Christmas. So I'm really having a lot of fun making all these DIYs. But if you guys have any ideas or would like to see anything that you have of an idea or want to make and just don't know how, let me know by adding in the comments below, and I'll try to see if I can make it, if not between these 12 days that I still have the 12 days of Christmas, or just in general. I'll try to get with you and give you ideas or even make a tutorial of making whatever item you are interested in seeing. So again, don't forget to go ahead and just leave me a comment below if you do have any ideas or suggestions of what you would like to see for the next few days. So here I am just going over and under. This doesn't take too long, but it does take about a good 10 minutes to do. So just continue going over and under until you're all completely done. Once you're done and at the very bottom, what I did was just wrap it around each end of the popsicle stick, and then I just wrapped it around the very bottom of my popsicle stick, turned it over to what the back side is going to be, and then I just knotted that extra piece of yarn. And I made sure again to make 2 double knots. And then once I was done, I just added a little dot of hot glue at the end of my yarn instead of cutting it, and just glued it onto that end of the popsicle stick. And there you have it. An adorable boho style Christmas tree for your Christmas tree. So the next one we're going to be making, you're going to need one of these shower curtain rings. Then you're going to grab the same color yarn or any other color you may like, and you're going to make 1 loop at the very top of your ring, and that's just in order for you to hang your ornament. So again, just double knot the top, and then there you have your loop for in order for you to hang your ornament. Or you can even hang it on a Christmas present. That's really adorable as well, to add just that extra touch for any Christmas present. So next, you're gonna go ahead and just cut about 6 to 7 strands, and I wanna say they're 8 inches in length, and you're gonna fold them in half and then attach them to the bottom of your ring. And what we're making is a dream catcher. So you really don't necessarily have to do this part if you don't want those strings hanging from your dream catcher. But I did because that's typically the way they look. So that's what I decided to go ahead and do. So once you're done adding all of your tails for your dream catcher, go ahead and grab a longer piece of yarn, and I want to say it's about a 24-inch length in yarn. And this is the way we're going to form our web or our dream catcher part on the top. So just go ahead and grab that yarn, and you're going to wrap it around and tie it at the top where you have your loop as well. Just make sure it's nice and tight, and then you're just going to grab one of those yarns and kind of just wrap it around and make that spider web design inside of your ring, and that's going to be your dream catcher. So you can make it as much as you want and wrap it around as many times as you like, or you can just do it once or twice. It's completely up to you the way you want to make your dream catcher. So once I was done with one of the yarns, what I did was go to the very end of one of the ones that were hanging, and I just tied it to those two yarns together in order for it to stay in place. Then I went and the same thing with the second piece of yarn, and I just kind of put it in between the tails just to wrap it down at the bottom as well, and just continue adding it all around my ring until I was happy with the way it looked, and then tied the knot at the bottom as well. Now what I decided to do was just go ahead and trim my tail of my dream catcher, and I tried to make it in a little angle, but you can cut it any way you like. And there you have an adorable dream catcher ornament. So for our third one, what you're going to do is just get some jute twine or yarn again, and then get some beads. And I grabbed 10 beads. So it depends on how big of a wreath you want with your beads is how many you're going to need. For the size I did, again, I just grabbed 10 of these beads. And these wooden beads, I did grab them from Amazon, but I know Dollar Tree does have some. They may not be the natural color, but they do have some beads as well. So once you're done adding all your beads to your yarn or jute twine, just go ahead and make that ring to make a wreath, and then just tie a knot at the very top. And then once you're done tying your knot, go ahead and tie another one to make that loop in order for you to hang your ornament. So you can leave it as is. You can paint the beads any color you like. I decided to go ahead and just make a simple bow to add to the top of my wreath using this forest green yarn that I had from Dollar Tree as well. And I just attach it to my ornament using some hot glue. So for our next ornament, what you're going to need is just a piece of paper, or as you can see, I'm using my sanding block, and just going to make a tassel. So you can wrap it around as many times as you like. I wrapped it around 10 times. Then grab another yarn, and you're going to tie the that yarn to the top of your tassel. All of these ornaments were so adorable and so easy to make. As you can see, they don't take a lot of supplies, and they're very, very simple to make, but they just, to me, they just look so adorable. And I see them as boho style, but I actually added them to my farmhouse style Christmas tree, and they look absolutely perfect in there as well. So I don't know if you want to say it's a boho style or if it's farmhouse boho style. Let me know what style would you see these as. But again, I just thought they were more boho for me. So once you're done making your tassel, what you're going to do with that extra yarn, you can easily cut it off, or you can just tie it in a knot. And I typically tie mine in a knot after I wrap it around to make that eye of my tassel, just so I can make sure that it stays as nice and secure. Just trim off any of that extra yarn and then just cut the bottom part of your tassel. Next, what you're going to do is grab your 2 yarns that you have on top, and I add some hot glue to the top just to make them a little bit harder in order for me to slide my beads through the top part of my tassel. And as you can see, it wasn't hard enough, so I had to get something thin, and basically what I grabbed was a paper clip and just opened it up and used that to pull through my yarn through my beads. And you can add as many beads as you like at the top. I just added 3, then I tied a knot again, and there you have it, a tassel ornament. So for the next ornament, we're going to need 20 to 25 10 to 8 inch long yarn pieces. So here I am just cutting all of my yarn, and again it's 20 to 25 depending on how tight you want your yarn around your ornament. And you can probably cut these at 6 inches and be perfectly fine with it if you're going to use the napkin ring like I am. But since I wasn't sure, I did typically cut these about 8 to 10 inches in length. But I think you could go ahead and just cut them at 6 inches and you would be fine with that as well. So once I was done cutting all my yarn, I grabbed my plastic napkin ring holder, and you get 6 in a package of these at Dollar Tree. And then I just wrapped my yarn around. As you can see, I just folded that in half and then inserted it around my napkin ring. Then I just threaded the other side, opposite side of the yarn through the loop part and tightened it. And that's how I did that for them to all stay attached around my napkin ring. I just made sure I tightened them all the same way. So you just continue doing this until you wrap all the yarn around your napkin ring. And I thought this was so adorable. You can even leave it like this, and that would be really pretty to use as a napkin ring itself. Just decorate it this way to make it more of a bohemian ornament or a Christmas napkin ring. It would be really pretty that way too. But what we're going to make is an ornament. So just continue adding your yarn through the napkin ring and then tying it around the napkin ring. So let me know if you guys are already done making all your Christmas ornaments and decorating for the holidays. I know it's almost here. It's unbelievable how fast December has gone, but I know I'm almost done. I'm just making little bits and pieces of things that I know that I will continue using, even if it's not this year, but next year as well. So once you're done, go ahead and insert all your yarn into your napkin ring, basically folding it inside out. If you can, that's the best way I can explain it. Then you're going to grab another piece of yarn and wrap it around all of the yarns on the top, and that's the way you're going to form your little hat. And then you can just wrap it around. As you can see here, I'm wrapping my yarn around just to make sure it stays nice and secure and in place. Then I'm going to tie a knot right there where I'm going to leave my yarn. And then after I double knotted it a few times, I went ahead and made a loop as well for me to hang my ornament. Once you're done doing that, just go ahead and put that down so you can make sure that you don't cut that part off, the loop where you're going to hang it from, and then go ahead and trim off the rest of that yarn. And then you can trim it off as much as you like to make that little round puff ball on top of your hat. So I just continued trimming it until I was happy the way it looked. And there you have an adorable Christmas winter hat ornament. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and share with friends and family. And if you do make any of these ornaments, tag me on Instagram. My information is down below as well. So until next time, you guys stay blessed. Bye.